Hello and welcome to a slightly different video. Over the last few months, I've been playing a game called Satisfactory, and in this game, essentially, you gotta try and automate a bunch of different recipes, send them into space to try and save humanity. It's a really cool factory automation game. However, I've been producing a lot of tutorials on this game, especially to do with the best recipes, such as my best recipe series, where I break down every single recipe in the game in one regard or another, and I essentially say which recipe consumes the less power, the least amount of resources, which one's probably the best for early game, little things like that. So I produce quite a lot of tutorials and guides to try and help people out. Or at least I try and make these recipes a lot easier to understand by breaking everything down. These videos took quite a long time to make. I probably spent upwards of 3 if not 400 hours just doing the research for all these videos. And of course that doesn't include the editing, the thumbnail prep, the actual recording. That is purely based off research, which honestly sounds a bit mental, but I actually really enjoyed it, so it was a bit of a win-win. And one of the key ways that I produce any of these videos is by using an app called Miro. I've mentioned them a lot before. It's free. I think there is also like a paid version of the app as well, but the one that I use is free. Overall, it's a fantastic app, but unfortunately, that's where today's problem lies. I don't know how long this problem's existed for, since I actually took a small break from the best recipe series, since I essentially covered every single recipe in the game. Except, I wanted to revisit one in particular, since I didn't necessarily make a mistake with it, but I want to try and improve it a little bit, so it could have helped some people out. So, I logged onto the app a couple days ago, just to find out that I was logged out. At first, I wasn't really too surprised. Again, it's been a while since I've last used the app, so that's fair enough. I logged back in, and everything I've done has been deleted. Everything. Every single recipe, every single calculation, all gone. At first, I thought I used the wrong email, so I double-checked, but no, it was the right email. Maybe it was the right email but wrong password. I checked that, but you can't do that, obviously. And I did start to panic a little bit, because again, we're talking about 400 hours worth of work gone. I know what you might be thinking. Well, you've already done all the research in your previous videos, so worst case scenario, I can just watch back my previous videos, take a note of the best recipe that I preferred, and then just re-add it to either a new software or going back to Miro. And again, this is nothing, well, it is somewhat to do with Miro, the app itself, but for the most part, up until, again, a couple days ago, I've really enjoyed using this application. It just sucks that this has happened. But even still, we know what the main 4 recipes are in the game, essentially. We've got our Fixonium fuel rods, I believe it is, and then we've got our 3 main space elevator parts as well in Phase 5 of the game. So we know what the parts are, we know how to make them, but now I've got to essentially redo all those recipes all over again. This means I can no longer produce satisfactory content, other than tips and tricks for update 1.1, since everything I've been working on for that particular series that's required all those calculations is gone. So I have to redo all of that by the time the next video comes out, which is going to take days to do. So normally when you log on, you've got your 3 boards right there. They're called boards in this game, essentially where you do your mind maps, your flow charts, whatever it is that you need doing. But they weren't there this time. However, maybe I made a mistake, so I tried to click on the most recent tab. But when I did that, it says nothing here yet. Open content and it will appear here. View boards, nothing. It's all gone. I don't know what my next step forward is going to be. The only thing I can possibly try and do is watch back previous streams or videos that I've done, take certain screenshots at certain moments, and then redo everything. The only problem is, though, I haven't got an actual screenshot showing all the recipes I've done. I've only shown snippets, so I've got to... Essentially, it's a puzzle. I created a puzzle, but now the puzzle's been destroyed and a few pieces are missing. I've got to try and find the missing pieces, then start to make the puzzle, then hopefully it's going to end up working, but as of right now, I've lost everything, which kind of sucks. Because, again, this is a large part of the content I make. It's been viewed by hundreds of thousands of people, which is still mind-blowing, by the way. But this does suck. So expect more streams, I suppose, over the next couple of days. Hopefully I could try and get it to work again, but I've tried everything. So I'm most likely going to have to redo everything from scratch. So that's not very fun. Regardless, there's not really much I can do about it. It is what it is. These things happen. I'm just going to move on, not think too much about it, get on with my day. I have built a new bench press over there, so I'm going to start lifting weights. As of the minute, I can lift 1 kilogram. I know I'm basically Hercules himself. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that, I suppose. More running. I might even go and touch some grass. Maybe this is a good thing, that everything I've done for the last 8 months has essentially been deleted overnight. Gotta try and think about it in the good sense, I suppose, but it's a bit difficult at the moment because it's a lot of work gone. But yeah, regardless, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update because I'm probably going to talk about it on stream, but not as many people watch or tune into the streams, which is fair enough. So I thought I'd make a dedicated video talking about it. I've lost everything. It's not the end of the world, though. It is what it is. Have a nice rest of your day, and Godspeed.